Yes, folks. This is what I call my annual update as to what's going on with the CIGF. Um, a lot of it would be familiar to our repeat attendees, but each year, of course, we have new attendees. So we do it is a useful thing for us to go through. And what I'm going to present is basically what the title says. What we've done over the years from 2005 to, well, up to 2019 specifically, and then we'll get into what's going on for 2020 and quickly into the outlook for the future. The Caribbean Telecommunications Union convenes the Caribbean Internet Governance Forum. And the CTU works in 5 core activity streams. We seek to harmonize ICT policy in the region. We undertake capacity development. We coordinate regional projects. We represent the Caribbean in different international fora, and we perform an industry watch function. I was looking at this and I realized that, our work in internet governance probably touches on each one of these streams, which is probably singular among all the activities of the CTU. We usually can compartmentalize an activity or an initiative in one of these 5 streams, but internet governance, we've actually touched on all of them. So since 2005, and we got involved because our Caribbean Community Secretariat, CARICOM Secretariat, asked the CTU to coordinate the Caribbean response to what was going on at the time, the World Summit on the Information Society. And we put together the initial Caribbean Internet Governance Forum as a multi-stakeholder forum. We really didn't know we were starting a trend, I think. And the first event was held in Georgetown, Guyana, where the CARICOM Secretariat is hosted. And since then, as was said, we've met annually. And our goals for internet governance have always been formulating regional policy, harmonizing regional policies related to internet governance. But because internet governance is such a wide range of topics, we've from the outset sought to identify and focus on what are the Caribbean priority issues. And over the 15 or 16 years that we've been doing this, we've seen the focus change in terms of Caribbean priority issues. And I'll get into that a little bit more shortly. But we've gone beyond just talking about developing harmonized policy approaches. In the work of the CTU and the Internet Governance Forum, we've followed up, and we've sought to take concrete actions to promote and accelerate internet development and internet use in the region. And we've developed multiple different projects and capacity building events. So our CIGF, again, is the oldest one that is running in the world. It's a non-hierarchical multi-stakeholder forum, and we always say it's convened by the CTU. It's not a government forum. The CTU is an intergovernmental organization, but as I said, from the outset, it has always been formulated as a non-hierarchical multi-stakeholder forum, focusing on harmonizing IG policy, on Caribbean priorities. One good benefit, I suppose, of having a convener like the CTU, however, is that it provides a pathway to influence the policymakers in the Caribbean, the government policymakers. So there is a certain amount of influence when we present harmonized positions coming from this forum to our intergovernmental hierarchy, our Executive Council and our General Conference of Ministers. All right, so it gives this useful channel straight to the policymakers and decision makers at the at the national and governmental levels in all the countries of the Caribbean. So I think that's a plus, and it is probably a plus for the CTU retaining some sort of involvement in the work of the CIGF going forward. Our Intergovernance Forum, though, well, it preceded the global one, and I suppose we've come to our current position in terms of liaising with the UN IGF and regional IGFs from a different path from other national IGFs. So our process has been more than just preparing for other Internet Governance Forum. We've always sought to develop concrete policy proposals and implement productive actions that benefit the growth and development of Internet in the region. This one slide I've sought to summarize some of major achievements. 16 fora like this, in addition to which we've held at least 4 ministerial brief policy recommendations. We have sustained the work of the CIGF over these 16 years through the cooperation and collaboration of our partners. We will go now to try to bring into effect this foundation. And in the recent years, we've enhanced our linkages with the Latin American and Caribbean IGF and the UN IGF, and we will continue to do so, pushing forward the priority areas of Internet governance for the Caribbean. For this particular 16th edition, we will be discussing key issues in IG in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. We'll shortly be receiving liaison reports from our national IGFs, and we will continue work. This is the workshop aspect now of reviewing our current Caribbean vision, mission, and priorities for Internet governance. This is work that would feed into the next edition of our Caribbean Internet Governance Policy Framework. For those who are listening to my voice and others whom you can influence, what can you do? Basically, we are asking you to get involved and let your voice be heard. All right. This is a forum where all stakeholder views are invited and are welcome. So we have these 3 days to participate. One can also always send information to the CTU Secretariat relating to Internet governance issues or the CIGF to cigf@ctu.int. We've been also not as successful as we want to in developing discussion fora on our website. We are in the process of trialing a new website, and that includes facilities for hosting discussion fora. So we hope, probably within, this is what, August, probably by October, to be able to announce that we are able to host and go forward with different discussion fora on our website, including Internet governance. And that will help us to improve our intersectional work with respect to Internet governance. So moving from, so the CIGF work would not only be concentrated in the events that take place annually, but it will be a continuous process of events plus intersectional work. So you can actively participate in this CIGF and relate to the CTU and its work in Internet governance. All voices are encouraged. So that's it. Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies.